Most people treat online tutorials as a permanent utility. When a project needs to be built, a search bar is opened, a video is selected, and the steps are followed. This feels simple and self-contained. A person stands in a garage, a shed, or a small workshop, and the phone or laptop sits nearby with instructions on the screen. The work appears local and physical, but the guidance behind it is not. What looks like a simple learning process actually depends on a long external chain. The tutorial may be hosted on a video platform. That platform depends on servers, data centers, network infrastructure, power systems, and company policies. The creator who made the tutorial depends on their own tools, accounts, and continued access. Search engines help locate the content. Links connect one step to another. Comments sometimes fill in missing details. All of this works together in the background. When everything is available, this chain is invisible. A measurement is unclear and the viewer scrolls back a few seconds, a joint technique is unfamiliar, and another video is opened in a new tab. A materials list is missing, and someone in the comments might have written it out. The system feels flexible and forgiving because the gaps are covered by switching between sources. The structure changes when part of that chain is interrupted. A video can be removed, a channel can close. A link in an old description can lead to an error page. A platform can change its policies or interface. Even temporary issues, like internet outages or slow connections, can stop the flow in the middle of a task. When the instructions live only in scattered online locations, the project depends on continuous access to that network of sources. This is not a rare situation. Many people have experienced pausing a build because a step could not be reviewed again. Sometimes a project is saved for later, and when they return, the original guide is gone. The materials may already be cut, but the next operation is unclear. The work in front of them is physical, but the missing piece is informational. To reduce this type of dependency, people use several categories of solutions. One approach is experience-based learning. Over time, repeated practice builds internal knowledge. A person no longer needs to check every step because the methods are remembered. This reduces reliance on external instruction, but it takes time and usually starts with guided learning anyway. Another approach is printed reference material. This can include books, binders, or loose plans stored in a workshop. The information is physically present and does not require a connection. The strength of this format is stability. Once printed, it remains available. The limitation is that updates and corrections are not automatic. The quality depends on how complete the original material was. A third approach is digital storage under the user's control. Instead of streaming instructions each time, files are downloaded and saved locally. These can include PDFs, diagrams, or offline videos. The system still uses digital devices, but the chain is shorter. The key elements are the storage device, the file format, and the ability to open them without an online service. There is also a more structured version of this idea, where instructions are organized as complete project plans rather than single, isolated tutorials. Instead of one video showing one technique, the format centers on a full plan set. Each plan is designed to stand on its own. It includes the measurements, the layout, the sequence of steps, and the materials needed all in one place. This build-from-plan format works differently from typical online learning. With scattered tutorials, the user often collects pieces from multiple sources. One video explains cutting, another shows assembly, a third covers finishing. The user connects these parts mentally. In a structured plan, the connection is already defined. The project is treated as a system with a beginning, middle, and end. At a functional level, a build-from-plan system usually starts with a materials list. This outlines the types of wood, fasteners, and hardware required. Then there are dimensional drawings or schematics. These show the shape and size of each component. Assembly layouts indicate how parts come together. Some plans include notes about tool setups, drilling positions, or alignment references. The information is arranged so the builder can move step by step without searching elsewhere. This format is often used at a household scale. A person can select a project that fits their space and tools. The plan can be printed or viewed on a device without needing to stream anything. The same plan can be reused or referenced again later. If the internet is unavailable during the build, the instructions remain accessible. Structurally, this shortens the chain between the user and the guidance. Instead of depending on platforms, creators, and live connections at the moment of building, the dependency shifts toward stored documentation. The external chain still exists at the time of obtaining the plan, but not during each use. This makes the process more repeatable and less sensitive to interruptions. For some people, this format works alongside online learning rather than replacing it. They may still watch tutorials to understand a new technique, but when it comes to building a specific object, they rely on a self-contained plan. This creates two layers: exploratory learning online and execution guided by stable documentation. This approach may be useful for those who build projects over longer periods, who work in locations with inconsistent internet, or who prefer to organize their workshop around physical or locally stored references. It can also help when returning to a paused project after weeks or months. The plan provides continuity even if the original video or article is no longer available. It does not remove every dependency. Materials still need to be sourced, tools still need maintenance. But in terms of instruction flow, it reduces the number of links in the chain. Fewer external services are required at the moment of action. There are structured guides that compile these types of plans into organized collections. They document full build formats step by step, covering many different project types in a consistent structure. For viewers researching this approach, one such format reference is commonly shared in the video description as an example of how this system can be implemented in practice.